nice to see someone come out and actually give us this information. I finally got around to reading your book, and I gotta say, I'm very impressed. I wish you were president, because I think we'd be moving in the right direction at this point. But the thing that frustrates me most is you got great ideas and a great vision, but it seems like nobody's listening to that vision. And I think it might start with getting younger folks involved. And I'm wondering if you might have some tips on how to do that. And then I have a second question. My second question is, speaking of younger folks, my kids and I are going to Washington, D.C. next year sometime.
Oh, okay.
And I'm wondering if we might be able to meet up with
you. Yeah, make it a weekday.
The weekday is best?
Yeah, I'm not there. I'm only there on weekdays, so we're in session. So let's exchange information. We can also help you get Capitol tours and White House tours. So give us good notice. The White House, they take 3 months notice at least, because they have to do background checks. The Capitol, we can ourselves take you on the tour. But let's exchange information and let's coordinate on that. And I meet with constituents every single week, coming through the office, many times a day. I don't know the answer to your first question. If I did, I'd be doing it. As individuals, I go to college campuses, do a lot of different groups with youth. But I think these things, what I learned in 2012 is it's tough to capture the imagination and the attention of the country beyond those who are really interested in government and politics. I mean, you're here, so you're already engaged people, you're involved. But for every one of you, there are dozens of others who just aren't involved for one reason or another, just too busy or whatever. And in presidential elections, those individuals start paying attention and getting involved. And so to me, that's what I learned that in 2012. You just end up going from one audience to a much larger audience. And that, to me, is an opportunity to try and talk about all these different issues. I'm hosting a poverty summit in South Carolina with a buddy of mine, a guy named Tim Scott, who's a senator from South Carolina, with all the presidentials. And that's right before the South Carolina primary. So, for example, what we're trying to do is inject into the presidential campaign kind of a requirement, if you will, from our candidates that they think about poverty, that they think about restoring upward mobility, that they think about better ways of fighting poverty because the status quo is not working. And to have these kinds of conversations and discussions so that we nationally talk about this stuff. And so I'm trying lots of different things to try and inject this conversation into the pipeline of conversations, especially as you come up into a presidential election. And so that's just one example, one attempt of many things we're doing. I do a lot of hearings and things like this. I'm trying to get an issue on the front burner in front of the country and get the people aspiring to become president to have to think about these issues and have to identify solutions on these issues, to have a bigger conversation with people about some real problems we have in America. And I think engaging in those kinds of conversations in non-traditional ways at those moments is one of the ways you can actually have a better dialogue beyond just the people who are always paying attention.